Hey everybody, welcome back to Epicurean Expeditionist. It's that time of year. That wonderful, wonderful, it's that time of year. It's Christmas time. And today I want to do something special because we're a family get together, so it's a little bit of a sweet treat, fun dessert, something you could throw on cookie trays and have a good time with. We are making chocolate salami. I know, sounds weird, sounds crazy. It's going to be good. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get on down there and get started. But I wanted to thank you guys for sticking around. I know the last few weeks have been a little bit crazy. I haven't gotten a whole lot of content out on TikTok or video content in general, but there is more coming. I promise you. As you can tell, my surroundings have changed. And like I said, we're in the process here. They're going to change one more time. And there'll be more videos about that as I'm traveling. I will be sharing that with you guys here. So keep an eye out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have lots of fun and get some really, really cool stuff coming down the line for you. So that being said, let's get on down there and get started making some chocolate salami for some good Christmas times with family. See you down below. Okay guys, so for our chocolate salami, we're going to get started here. If you do not have a setup where you can do the double burner like I'm about to do, you can do this in the microwave. You can find a million ways to do it. I recommend doing it 20 to 30 seconds at a time in the microwave and stirring it in between to get it to melt. I have a pot on the stove. I have a metal spoon in here to allow a crack so that steam can get out when I put my bowl on there. This is a heat-safe Pyrex bowl. I'm going to put my bowl on the top here and gently heat my chocolate and butter. Now, in here, I have a half a stick of butter, which is a quarter cup or about 57 grams of butter. I have 320 grams of chocolate. Generally, you can use semi-sweet. I had an opportunity to get some really nice Lindt dark chocolate, so that's what I am using today. We've got this on here, and we're going to start letting it melt, and we're going to just kind of stir and combine. We're just going to stir. It's going to take a few minutes to get started here, but once it gets going, we're going to get a nice consistency of melted chocolate. So we're going to give this a couple minutes to warm up and be right back with you. Couple of quick tips about chocolate while we're waiting here, because it's not quite melted down there yet. The darker the chocolate you use, the longer it will take to melt down, because your things like your milk chocolate actually have a lower melting temperature than your dark chocolate because it has a higher level of cacao in it, which is what makes it chocolate. What a lot of people don't realize is cacao in and of itself is actually very bitter, and it's the addition of sugar that makes chocolate sweet. So we'll be a couple more minutes here waiting for this to get where we want it, and we'll be right back. Okay, we've gotten our chocolate nice and smooth and all melted. The butter's all melted in. So we are now going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. Boom, right into it just like that. And we're going to mix this together while it heats back up because the heavy cream is chilled and it will cause the chocolate to solidify. So we want to get that mixed in while it's nice and warm. And that's what's going to give us a really nice combination mixture here. So while I'm waiting for that to mix in, we'll be right back. Okay, our mixture is combined and ready for the next step. So now that we've got this all together, we're going to start putting our additionals in. I've got 44 grams of dried pineapple going in. Now, the stuff I'm adding in now, what that does is gives it the salami look. When you cut a log of salami, you see those, the fats and the add-ins there. That's what this is going to look like. We're going to mix that in. Our next item, we have 100 grams. I used mixed nuts. You can use pistachios, you can use cashews, and I literally just put them in the bag and smacked them with a rolling pin. Didn't make them a fine powder, just got a nice consistency there as you can see. And we're going to stir that in. There we go, all those nuts going in there. This is nuts, isn't it? Ha 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 ha. Okay, and for the final add-in, we have 1 package of, vanilla biscuits, we'll call them. And dump that right in. Same thing. Beat on it with the rolling pin, and now I can take this off the heat while we stir this in. I'm not taking it off the pot yet because I really want to keep some of that heat going there. We're just going to stir this all together. Okay, well, I'm going to work on getting this stirred together, and we'll be right back to the next step. Okay, guys, now that we have that all stirred together and mixed together nicely, I have plastic wrap laid out here on the countertop. Grab my pot holder here. We're just going to kind of scoop this out of the bowl onto the plastic wrap without dropping any on the floor. Ooh, that bowl's hot. That bowl is, be careful, this will be hot. So, you know, you're forewarned. Put that right in the sink where it can sit and cool. Now, let me bring you guys around just a touch more. There we go. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my spatula to kind of form this into a bit of a log while it's here. Bring up the sides. It does not have to be perfect because we will fix that in the next step. So I'm just kind of doing some real basic shaping here. Okay. Now, I'm going to get my plastic wrap and I'm going to roll this. You guys can't see what I'm doing, so hang it. Let's see if I can get you in here better. Hold on one second while I rearrange the camera. Okay, we're going to try it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the plastic wrap up, and as I do, I want to kind of roll it. There we go. Tuck that under, and we're just going to bring that right around. Kind of shape it into a log as we go. Boom, right to the edge here. Bring that up. Now, as I'm going to pinch the ends in, I'm going to kind of squeegee it back towards the center and twist that a little bit so it's not going to come back out. And then go to the other end, squeeze out the air, push that towards the center. There we go. Got all the air out, and I'm just going to kind of roll it. And what that does is it tightens. It's going to form it into a nice log there. So bam, we got that nice log. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the freezer for a couple hours, or the refrigerator for a couple hours, and we'll be right back to see the results. Okay guys, we're back. As you can tell, it's family time on Christmas Eve. Just about to finish this up. I got a little bit of powdered sugar, just took it out of the refrigerator. We're just going to kind of dust it with the powdered sugar, a little bit of confectioner's sugar, just to give us that look of the salami. There we go. And we're just going to keep rolling it around and dusting it. There we go. Until we get it all the way dusted. And yes, I'm going to keep going around until it looks just right. And I just have this sitting on a cookie tray with some plastic wrap on it to make my cleanup easier. There we go. Okay. Now that I am covered, but that's okay. That's part and parcel of the deal here. We have our chocolate salami. Now, give it a little cut here. Ooh, there we go. And all the inside stuff that we put into it is what gives it the look of the salami. Give me a minute, we'll be back up top, we'll finish this up, and I'll wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I'll regret this later. Well, I know what Santa's bringing me for Christmas. He's bringing me the diabetes. It was awesome. The point is, it's that time of year to have a good time, make fun stuff, spend time with family and friends. And remember, strangers are just friends you haven't met yet. So don't be afraid to make new connections, learn new things, and just have a wonderful time. I'm not going to carry on a great length here, but do me a favor, like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And remember, food is life, life is good. Let's eat some more. Have a wonderful holiday, whatever you're celebrating. Catch you on the next one.